Welcome to Vogue B&B, your daily destination for the latest bold and the beautiful spoilers, breaking updates, and unforgettable drama. Subscribe now and never miss a shocking twist. Bold and the beautiful just gave Sheila exactly what she needed. It's a rare occasion on the soap when Sheila gets the one thing that she needs, but someone accidentally gave it to her. Sheila is desperate to gain access to her son, Finn, and grandson, Hayes. She has relentlessly grovelled and begged Steffi, even dropped to her knees in supplication, which is rare for her. While Steffi remains hesitant, the soap quietly gave Sheila exactly what she needed. Finn just-handed, Sheila complete control. Sheila Kimberlyn Brown spent decades proving that she is at her most lethal when she is not cornered, but when she is underestimated. She rarely achieves her goals through upfront demands. Instead, she thrives in the hidden spaces of vulnerability, waiting patiently for her targets to drop their guard. With one major slip-up, Finn, Tanner Novlan, completely flipped the script and handed all his power right over to his mum. The first misstep came during a casual conversation slip on Thursday's episode. While Sheila has been grovelling for access to her son and grandson, Finn handed her the key to her next move by revealing his and Steffi's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, upcoming trip. By mapping out their itinerary to Monte Carlo, Finn gave Sheila the coordinates she needed. Armed with this knowledge, Sheila realised she no longer has to force her way into their lives. Why Sheila relies on information and opportunity rather than brute force. However, the disclosure of the Monaco trip was only half of Finn's mistake. The actual turning point came when Finn left Sheila unattended in his office, surrounded by confidential medical records. Finn's carelessness highlights a truth about Sheila's history on the soap. She does not need anyone else to advocate on her behalf when she already has the intel she needs to get what she wants. By giving up his travel plans and leaving sensitive info exposed, Finn took the danger out of the equation. He handed Sheila the kind of leverage she can use to completely mess with their heads. The dynamics changed without anyone realizing it. Steffi remains on high alert, completely unaware that the safety net has already been compromised. Sheila's next move will not stem from a desperate outburst. Rather, it will stem from an unintentional advantage that Finn left sitting right on his desk. The bold and the beautiful, Bill and Katie's marriage on the rocks. Couple divided over Will and Dylan's future hint that the show may have just revealed Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, and Katie Logan Spencer's, Heather Tom, next source of conflict. Katie and Bill's romantic reunion has been going well for a while now, but Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Melissa Dillon's, Sydney Bullock, connection could cause problems. Katie scoffed at the idea of Dylan being in love with Will and was uneasy when she learned Dylan was a longtime admirer of the Spencers. Dylan defended her fascination since she read a lot of magazines growing up and was inspired by the Spencer clan, but Katie thinks she's manipulating things with dollar signs in her eyes. Viewers know Katie is still rooting for Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, and Will's future, but Bill has a completely different stance. Bill thinks it'd be best if Will truly broke free from that overly emotional Forrester and moved on with his life. That's why Bill was delighted when Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks, told him about Will's new hottie. Bill doesn't judge Dylan for previously living in her car and shows no signs of thinking she's a gold digger, at least not at this point in the story. Instead, Bill is eager to meet Dylan and definitely likes the idea of her helping Will let go of Electra. Of course, Bill could potentially change his mind after Katie offers her take on the situation, but he might rush to Dylan's defense instead. Bill might argue that Katie is letting her desire for Will and Electra's reunion cloud her judgment. Perhaps Bill will think Dylan seems like a lovely girl who could take Will's life in a positive direction. As for Dylan's longtime admiration of the Spencer family, Bill might actually be flattered. Maybe Bill will remind Katie that the Spencers have made quite a name for themselves over the years and act like it's not surprising that Dylan is a fan. Dylan works 2 jobs and has been paying her own way, so Bill may not see her as a money-hungry manipulator like Katie. In fact, Bill may encourage Will to shower Dylan with expensive gifts and treat her right, since that's what all that Spencer cash is for. Katie got a whole fashion house as a wedding present, so Bill may not see the problem with Will giving Dylan nice things and making her happy if their romance starts to flourish. It's easy to see how Bill and Katie could end up totally at odds over Dylan, so that MU